All right, hello everybody. For discussion board week 3, the article that I focused on was the safety and health management response to COVID-19 in the construction industry, a perspective of field workers. Right below is APA citation, and then below that is a hyperlink if you want to go check it out. All right. For the article itself, it was focused on the impact of COVID-19 and that it has on the construction industry. In specific, the article explains how personnel already have to deal with numerous safety and health hazards, but when COVID-19 was introduced, a new challenge was added to the industry that has never been seen before. So construction contractors had to develop workplace health and safety plans based on federal guidelines, as we all know, which were hazard assessment, controlling and prevention, promoting social distancing, face masks, cleaning, disinfection, and hand hygiene, managing sick workers, returning to work after work exposure to COVID-19, provide education and training and communication, and then last one was that mental health and well-being consideration. Now, uh, within this article, a study was used to investigate the health and safety measures taken by the construction companies in the U.S. during COVID-19 crisis, as well as the perceived effectiveness and satisfaction of the implementation of COVID-19 countermeasures in practice on construction job sites. This was done through a questionnaire with 187 participants. Now, the participants were throughout the United States. It wasn't just one specific area. But overall, the findings indicated that the field workers are slightly satisfied with the safety and health measurements implemented by the companies. Additionally, participants highlighted some issues with the organization's preparedness to deal with the pandemic, as with a lot of other companies had issues. And that's just to add on that the focus wasn't on the construction industry, but it was broad due to the evolving nature of the virus itself. Now, um, how we tie this back to a safety professional being able to use it is that throughout the article itself there was areas of concern or gaps were feedback. So that was one of the biggest things, that there was continuous feedback um, between the employee and the employer. They could be able to change and add things to it. Another thing, in addition to feedback, was communication. So just meaning that where there are areas of concern, um, both from the employer and employee standpoint, that there was no gaps or concerns for retaliation where they're able to communicate. So those were the two biggest factors that I would take away from this article. Now I understand that it was COVID-19 related, which is a new challenge, but ultimately I would grab those two, give that to a safety professional so they can understand, again, back just to core concept where, hey, feedback is necessary, continuous, and then with that feedback comes communication, being transparent, being honest, being responsible, and then most truly being trustworthy. All right, so for my personal assessment of the article, there was a lot of inside information between COVID-19 and the industry. So in regards to like what COVID-19 was, how it was a virus, and in the construction industry as a whole, how just the nature of their operation, how close they have to be with one another, and then implementing those, social distancing, how it was prolonging like construction projects, and how when someone was sick, most likely that whole team was sick. So then now they were out for days and weeks, which was delaying projects more and more, costing more money, right? But then new implementations were provided that were dealing with that and are still being used today. So having like work recycles, or having some personnel work at home, having like a different schedule to minimize that exposure, having face masks, stuff like that. The article was definitely easy to read. It was very straightforward. There was no weird lingo that I couldn't understand, and so from a health and safety standpoint, it was entertaining because although COVID-19 happened a couple years ago, it's still relevant. Personnel are still getting sick by it, and that doesn't mean that a new strain of the virus can come out and cause more issues that can lead to like another lockdown or something like that. And because of this article and how it falls back to like core competencies of feedback and communication, I would definitely recommend it to any of them of my counterparts.